What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Chris Wrestling Views. This is for NXT watchers only. Of course, this was the go home show last night of WWE NXT Battleground, which is this Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern time and probably 7 o'clock Central time. So Trent Williams, of course, came out during the show, during his he'll never back down to an average Joe is pretty much he's referring to Joe Hendry, and had like his rap performance. Now I thought for a second that was Trick Williams' new theme song, but you guys definitely have to check it out on WWE's YouTube channel, and you'll of course see it there. So of course you guys, Trick Williams did his part, then Joe Hendry did his part, and he went back and talked about that Trick Williams pretty much was the bitch for Carmelo Hayes, and showing how he was scared, and then had like a floating head of like Joe Hendry, which was pretty funny as well. And you can see where Trick Williams screamed back then. I think they were trying to find something. I cannot remember what it was, and they were going through like a dark tunnel or something like that. And then Trick Williams come out, and he was like, no. He said, that's old. That's in the past. He said, we're not talking about that. He said, we're talking about right now. And pretty much, he came out during Joe Hendry's performance, attacked Joe Hendry, of course, started kicking over, his chairs and everything. That's when Joe Hendry came and hit Trick Williams with the guitar on his legs and knocked him off his feet. And then, of course, Joe Hendry ends up going up to hit, his high up choke slam type thing that he does when he's in TNA. Of course, these two will be fighting for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on NXT Battleground this Sunday. So make sure you guys check it out if you're an NXT watcher. If not, still watch it. Anyways, of course, you guys, we had Tatum Paxley, where she done lost like everybody. Like, she lost Riley Osborne, she lost Gigi Dolan, because all those people were released and she's only by herself. And of course, Thea Hale was there, and was trying to talk to her and tell her, hey, you're not by yourself. She was like, I understand what you mean, but Tatum was trying to take out the eye of Thea Hale. Of course, Jada Parker ends up attacking Thea Hale, and started talking to Jada Parker, started talking to Tatum Paxley, and she was like, oh, you for real? Like, you feel bad for me? And then Jada Parker, of course, she stays and cares him like, hell no, what's wrong with you, stupid? And then she ends up walking off. I was like, oh shoot. I was like, let's see where we're about to go with this one. Of course, this is the biggest face that you'll make when you open up the NXT show last night with Ricky Saints, aka you may know him as Ricky Starks from AEW. They had a match. It was a triple threat match. We had Ashanti the Adonis. Y'all remember him from that Hit Row group, the guy that's in the blue pants. And then, of course, Javon Evan, which is a young 20-year-old. And then you had Sean Legacy. Now, Sean Legacy, you got to watch him, you guys. He's like from the LFG show. And that guy is amazing. Of course, you can see how high that Javon Evans and the everything he's willing to take. He's willing to put his life on the line. He's kind of like Montez Ford, but in a different way. But yeah, Ashanti the Adonis, I've never thought he was, that darn good in the ring. Like, you really got to watch that match from start to finish, from the entrances and all. You guys, I definitely recommend you guys to check out the match. We ended up getting where not Sean Spears. God dang, what's this man's name? Ethan Page, of course, attacked Ricky Saints, out there. And of course, Sean Legacy was down. Ashanti the Adonis was up on the top rope, and Ashanti the Adonis missed the move he was trying to do. And Sean Legacy had some kind of flip up, kind of like a twisting backbreaker, you guys, which was an incredible move. Like I said, you guys definitely need to watch this match from start to finish. And I'm going to try to post the link down in the description so you guys can check that match out for sure. And, of course, you guys, we did get, after these two was fighting over there in their ringside, because Ricky Saints was doing commentary out there. And, of course, both of these guys came from AEW, and they still don't like each other. And but like I said, Sean Legacy ended up picking up the victory. So could we get Sean Legacy versus Ricky Saints versus All Ego Ethan Page. And what if Sean Legacy actually wins the North American Championship? Because, Sean Spears and not Sean Spears. Not Sean Legacy. Goodness, I keep forgetting. There's so many Seans, you guys. And then, of course, we had Sean Spears actually, winning his match because he defeated Josh Briggs. And Josh Briggs, he don't have his tag team partner for in Japan named Nakamura. I think that's how you pronounce it. Of course, Hank and Tank would come out there to help him because he was getting attacked by the group called the Culling, which is Sean Spears and Izzy Dame and a couple of other people. And the match was like, I was like, goodness gracious, this is crazy here. Of course, we did get the showdown where we had Obafemi, looking to the face of most of you guys say the clone Randy Orton, well, the clone / young Randy Orton here. And so this showdown was actually pretty cool. We had the winner of the LFG thing, Jasper Troy, actually come out and attack the NXT champion because he said early in the night that he was going to make an impact. And of course, this guy is legitimately strong. This was like one of Booker T's guys on the LFG show. And so with that being said, you guys, the clone Randy Orton, his name is actually Miles Bourne, you guys. And we seen where Jasper Troy and I cannot remember this other lady's name here. They had signed their NXT contracts and everything, and they're definitely ready to battle. So can't wait to see what they're going to do in NXT, and they probably have a couple years before they make it, to the main roster. So like we say, you gotta crawl before you walk. So I mean, it is what it is. Of course, Obafemi holds up the NXT Championship above the head of Miles Bourne and saying this is, pretty much saying this is the closest you're ever going to get, to the NXT Championship, which I doubt he's going to win it. But if he does, it'll be crazy. And I feel like Hikuleo, I feel like Hikuleo is definitely going to be debuting at NXT Battleground. I cannot wait to see. I could be wrong, but that's my prediction. Of course, OTM, which is I cannot remember both of these guys' names, but I know one of them is named Bronco, the guy in the tank top. They were injured. They had video packages for the past couple weeks. They ended up defeating, the 2.0 team of Chase U, which they need, like some good help. I need OTM to get on top in NXT and definitely, make a name for themselves because I can see these guys as future tag team champions, singles champions, whatever you want to call it. Lola Vice, she ended up winning her match where she was facing, I cannot remember this. I cannot remember every single person's name on NXT, you guys. But Lola Vice ended up winning her match, against Fallon Henley. Of course, you were seeing like the thing where WWE looks like they're breaking down the, the Fatal Influence group thing here for some reason. And, with that being said, you guys, we did see early in the night where they kind of had like a little fallout. And of course, it's definitely breaking down sooner rather than later with WWE actually doing this. So we're going to see, and Jason James been on NXT too long, the Don Tony D'Angelo. Now, I wonder if he's going to get, if Stacks is going to win this match, against Tony D. Tony D is the guy that you're seeing on the screen. So I could say Tony D probably going to get called up once he loses his match, on Battleground this Sunday. Of course, we had the Dark State group. They end up making a video package where you made them dominant when they first debuted, and then now you just having them doing video packages. Stephanie Valkyrie, of course, I feel like she's going to be losing her championship this Sunday as well to Jordan Grace, which I do not like Jordan Grace whatsoever, you guys. And that's where Stephanie's going to get called up to the main roster. SmackDown or Raw, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka for the NXT Women's North American Championship because she won her match tonight against Zarya. And that was a pretty good win, that she got over Zarya last night on NXT. And so this is gonna actually be cool. But we'll see how WWE NXT Battleground is gonna play out this weekend. Thank you guys for listening to my voiceover with Chris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. If you're watching me on TikTok, Chris944. Till next time, you guys. I'll see you guys some more wrestling videos, news, whatever you want to call it. Peace, and you guys have a great day.